That is cool, yeah. You tell me, right? The chords are G, D minor, C. What would you say the key is? C, G. It does mean it's in C, doesn't it? Yeah. That's what I think, but it goes G, D minor, C, G. That's the turnaround. Still in C, right? Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I think. But I had an argument with my bass player about it. He was like, "Well, you could consider that the G is the substitute 5," and we had this, and he eventually said it was in D minor. But it could be in D minor, couldn't it? There you go. Yeah, because it could be D minor also. Because C and G are but C, well, I suppose so, yeah. Right, true, yeah. Yeah, all right, well, yeah. Well, thanks. How are you? All right. I'm back. I thought I'd play a tune from my album that I've just released called The Rules. The album's called The Rules. One of the songs on there is called The Rules, but this song is called Across the Event Horizon.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah. All right, you got it.
Cross the event horizon, you know I'll be there soon. Cross the event horizon, you know I'll be there soon.
Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Yeah. That's the single. That's the single. The Rules is the title track of the album, basically, and the album is called The Rules. That is the graphic for the single, and there's graphics for the album, there's graphics for all the songs, and there's also, you know, you can do those things called, what are they called now on Spotify? It's called a short, it's like a trailer or a cover, might be called a cover, and a friend of mine, Sandy King, has done like these graphics for each song on Spotify. When you play them, it's just amazing, like really like spacey, kind of like cosmic stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Like a little boomerang, you know, like a little boomerang that goes about in 10 seconds and then starts again, sort of thing for each. Yeah, one of them, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. I love being here. Thank you, mate. Best pop artist. Yeah, best pop artist. Yeah. It was the Rules. I entered the Rules because I released the Rules in 2022, so it was eligible for this year's awards. But I just released the whole album this year, so that'll be eligible for next year's awards. Another 9 songs. So, yeah. 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 Nice one, Daniel. It means everything's on. It means everything's on. You can rely on it. Yeah. Well, it could be. Yeah, you're just slowly deflating. Yeah. Right. Well, I won one in 2020, and then I didn't enter for a year. And no, I entered, but my album wasn't accepted because I was living in the UK at the time. So it wasn't like fair to other people who were in San Diego. You know what I mean? So then yeah. Right, that's true. Yeah, they you have to. It has to be up and released with. Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah. I entered the Tiny Desk contest one year, and we were editing it till like the cutoff date was like midnight on this one day, and we were still editing up to midnight, and then we went, right, let's send it off, and then we realized, oh, NPR's based in New York, we're like 3 hours late. So So well, I'd really worked really hard on this tiny desk video and then just went. Yeah.
For you guys sitting at home enjoying the program, it's so great. 2017 to 2011.
Uh-huh.
Quality treatment, San Diego is quality content. Trying to basically export San Diego's best
We got a drum machine, mate. I think it's higher tech, personally. Yeah.
It's the highest fidelity.
Yeah.
Progression. It was cool because he asked me, I said, you know, like I do, Johnny, what key is this in? And it's like, what, 10 seconds before we go live? Johnny goes, well, mate, you tell me. And then he said, there's a C, there's a G, and a D minor. And, you know, that takes someone like me about 5 seconds to figure out maybe what that is. And what it is, it's the key of C. The key is C. C is our 1 chord, G is our 5, without tension, just a good old major, and then the D minor. So I was like, how do you measure that? Well, if you measure, you know, if you remember the major chord progression, you'll see that in the key of C, that's what's happening. It's a good old 1, 5, 2 chord progression, and I would like to say it's very lovely. It's got a nice, emotional, it sounds like, this is a serious topic. I hear the harmonic structure there. It's got, because all these chord progressions, they do have, there's like emotional context to them. So like the 2-5-1 is jazz. This happens to be a 1-5-2. And anytime the 2 chord is involved, in this case it's D minor, we get to use, if the soloist wants to, you get to use D Dorian, and that's known as the soft minor, which is very popular for writing very melancholy kind of solos and topics. So, and the name of that song is?
That's across the event horizon.
The event horizon.
And yeah, I think the reason that it can throw you off, that chord progression, is that the G, the 5, very much feels like the root of the tune, because it starts and ends on that chord. So.
Oh, so it starts on G.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of slightly. So
it's a 5-2-1 chord progression, and that's okay. Try G7. Now give it. So that's the straight up rules right there, adding tension. But it's interesting because I often say to our you know, my students or people that I get to play guitar with, when a 5 chord is played and you don't play the dominant, that's because the artist doesn't want to hear tension in their chord progression. So you are choosing G for a good reason. You're looking for a nice smooth pass to the D minor. Because guess
that's
what?
Exactly it.
Because watch, play G7. G7's job is to push you home, and home is C. Go ahead and do a G7, land on C. You're welcome, okay? So I'm stating that the reason that if it starts on a 5 and you go to the 2 chord, you're more likely going to play just a G major, because we don't need tension doing that particular switch. So I guess we did the little section of your guitar lesson for Theory Thursday a little early. We usually do that after the 2nd song. So anyhow,
we could do another one.
We can do another one. But no, I really do like that. I like that chord progression. It felt nice. But I was kind of hanging on the B. I was just like, just making up my own, finding my own little space in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to have something that an ostinato that can carry over all the chords. Like or like
a little
one note, do you know what I mean? So like the thing in there is like hang on, let me do it.
Very nice. So
what I put in there was this.
That's your trademark. Classic Johnny Tarr 2nd guitar lick. That's good. I feel like I'm showering in the Bahamas right now. I like that, man.
Ties it all together, don't like it. I just like little guitar parts. Like, that's why I've always got now I've always got 2 guitarists in my band, because I like someone who's doing the bigger chords and the sounds. But I always need someone doing that. It's like the James Brown thing, isn't it?
Sure.
Always had that.
Yeah.
Always had like
One guy
yeah.
will do like the nice. What was the word? That lovely word you used.
Ostinato.
Ostinato.
Yeah,
And can you explain to our audience what that means?
It just means a repeated pattern of.
And
I mean, it could be. You wouldn't really think it was more than maybe 8 notes in ostinato.
and it's delegated for more of a melodic content, like string section.
Yeah, melodic content, and to kind of like add. For me, it's to add rhythmic. Add pulse. You know, like you could call just straight 8s on a hi-hat an ostinato. I know a lot of drummers who do.
Sure.
So it's just anything that holds something together. It's more like a rhythmic pattern than anything else. I think.
Fun word.
Personally, for me, yeah.
I'm gonna be saying looking for reasons for the rest of the evening to use that word.
To dive in on an ostinato.
I'm gonna be all like a little bit, maybe a little bit more freer minded or later tonight, and I'm gonna be texting you while you're going to sleep. Like with your family, I'm gonna be texting you ostinato. I'll be like, Johnny, we get text back. How do you spell it?
Ostinato. I like it. It's exactly like it sounds.
Ostinato. O-S.
Ostinato. Yeah, ostinato.
So like. It's like A-S-T-I-N or O-S-T. Gotcha.
Yeah, the British show. Cosmos, not Cosmos.
So I've noticed that you've been playing in OB quite a bit. You like that venue down there.
That's
They
right,
like
yeah,
you. That's
that place.
THC,
The holding company.
the holding company.
Yeah.
It's funny when I'm in the bathroom in the morning. That's what I like to call the holding company too. Another bad joke, but no. Sorry. Tell me about why you like that place.
I like that place because I grew up and I came up musically in a very much DJ club banging atmosphere, and I think that's the place in San Diego for me that you can generate that atmosphere.
I'm happy to hear you say that translates like that, because I have heard that that's good old New York money that came in there and built that place. That's like I've never been.
Do you know what? I don't know. I know that I thought the guy who owned it was is he Cambodian? But he's a San Diego guy. He's been here years and years and years, and he's the guy who's in charge of Screwball Whiskey. That's his brand as well.
I clearly don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So he might have got a New York investor. I don't know. I know some of the promoters quite well. I know Jake Skolnick. He's a good boy.
I haven't worked with Jake in a
He's a
long
good lad.
time,
Yeah, he's a good lad.
He is a good lad.
Dustin down there, Red Herring Promotions. He's a good fella as well.
Tell
you what, the fella who did our sound for the album launch, I can't remember his name, but he was a fucking angel. Like, we came in late, just throwing all these things at him, and he got our band sounding the best it's ever sounded. I can't remember your name, mate. I'm really sorry, but you were my guardian angel.
McNair, are these on? They are? What am I seeing over there?
What are you seeing?
The red lights.
Can I have some of that?
Yes, let's do. So it's okay. This is where I'm, doing the backseat driver thing, where I have a new engineer and.
It's good.
Yeah, good.
Yours was a little. You were coming through his mic before, but I figured out we should be good now.
Good, so
that's why I was holding my phone in my ear too.
Yeah.
So, do you have a way to look at the feed, where we can maybe see some comments? Is there?
No, that's exactly why I adjusted your mic. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
it should be good
very good. Look at he helps himself. See, Johnny's very comfortable over here. He's been over here. I'm happily.
You did say yeah.
Yes, no, I don't know. I was just leading a segue and trying to prove to the audience about how well I know you.
That's how well you know me. I help myself to your whiskey.
Well, it's your whiskey. Daniel bought this for us, and this is, this is just the beginning. So, I was sort of reminiscing about that one time you were here on your birthday, and that was in 2020. We celebrated your birthday here. That was fun. I still have those little
That's right.
videos.
That's just before the pandemic started, isn't it? Because my birthday's March the 9th. My last gig before the pandemic was like March the 13th. And then it all shut down, didn't it? Yeah.
I try to keep it strictly business and mostly about music around here, but we do like to talk about fashion when it seems maybe permittable, and I think this is one of those times. I'm going to make a comment about your hair. I like your hair.
Thanks,
like the
mate.
Color. It's certainly it kind of inspires me because I'm kind of thinking about changing my hair too, going short and doing the Eminem look.
Yeah, do it. I was thinking more along the lines of Blade Runner.
That's cool too.
I'm gonna go for Blade Runner.
That's more like a Gosling, Ryan Gosling kind of.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
But no, Rutger Hauer in the first one.
Ah. Oh, the villain.
Yeah, the villain.
I love that.
Yeah,
That guy was
This
great.
is villain hair.
That's villain hair.
This is villain hair, mate.
Hey,
Yeah.
That's a good band name. At least
Villain hair.
Yeah, villain hair.
I thought of a really good name for a record company the other day.
What?
Petty Vengeance.
Patty Vengeance.
Petty.
Petty Vengeance.
Petty Vengeance. Yeah. Because I love a bit of
That
petty
sounds
vengeance.
like the last two relationships I was in.
Yeah, right.
Petty Vengeance.
Petty Vengeance. But I wore these shoes specially for you, mate, because I know you like to
Wow.
talk about shoes. They're a bit controversial. Guess who made these?
Venom.
Fucking Kanye West. They're Kanye West Adidas, mate. Yeah. Hang on, let's see if we can see them.
Wow.
Look at those.
See,
Look at
this is
those
where
things.
This is where we need a pedal
This is
board
where we
cam.
need the pedal
You
board
know,
cam. Yeah. Look at these.
those
They're just
are-
mental, aren't they?
They are. God, look at that. Those are some great looking shoes. They're obviously comfortable. Probably helping you with your switching over here.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The other, I did actually wear this specially as well because I wanted to
Oh yeah, we have all
make
kinds
make you aware of these girls. Do you know who Pussy Riot are?
I want to know.
Pussy Riot are a Russian band, a punk band of female activists.
Wow.
And they are tough girls, and one of them's in prison at the moment, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah, because the Putin regime doesn't like these girls, what they're doing. Like, they go into churches and play, like pop-up rock shows and get thrown out and beaten savagely. Like, they're just young girls. No, they're in their 30s now, but... Yeah, I want to make people aware of Pussy Riot, because they are the women to follow.
You know, speaking of a great shirt, by the way. Well, what's going on? Why are you riding all over your hand like a teenager?
I don't remember things otherwise, mate. I got a kid, and when my daughter was born, my short-term memory went out of the window. Like, I can't remember anything unless I write it down. So it's on my arm because I have a Sharpie in the car, and I write on my arm while I'm driving, because that's when I tend to get all my ideas.
Well, you hear it here first on Theory Thursday. This is also some of the reason why we do this show, is that I get to maybe observe my guest and pick them to pieces a little bit, ask these very personal questions that you'll never get from him at a gig. You know, so again, moving along, I think this is time for our second song.
Yeah,
What
all
have we
right.
got? There's another song off the rules.
Yeah, I think I'll actually play the rules, the one which I just got
Oh, and
my
so is
music
this,
award for.
Let's tell me what key it's in.
It's all right. It's in A minor.
Very good.
It's in A minor with so it goes. It's just A minor, G, A minor, G, and then there's a bridge section which goes F,
Very
G.
good. So we like that.
So it's all in.
Good old 1-7-6 chord progression of the key A minor. Grab
Yeah.
your guitars, jam along with us, people.
Yeah.
If you just want to vamp over it and sit and watch us, A minor penta will be, the winning scale. I'm not going to play that one though. I'm going to relax and watch Johnny get after it. And here we go.
I might need a solo off you actually.
Oh, you'll get something. Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's sitting nice, isn't it?
That is sitting real nice. Daniel.
I should have learned the ropes. I should have learned the ropes. Should have learned the ropes. Whoa, 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 whoa. with my head in my hands, trying to keep it all together, come up with a brand new plan. 'Cause you're just too much for a simple soul like me. Can I get some healing hands for my battered heart, please? You cut me to the quickest I could and make it sick for forsaken me. You should have felt the tremors, but I didn't know you're starting to quake in me. Split me down the middle 'cause you're a stone killer and I can't breathe. You're the web spinner and now I'm deep in it, I can't break free. Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it to the edge again. No, no, no. You wouldn't even phone it in that motor road. That I never was meant for you, it's just my luck. And I know I really should have been the rules. And though I miss your touch, I've been broken down, and it's all too much. You have punched me pound for pound. You split me down the middle 'cause you're a stone killer and I can't breathe. You're the web spinner now and deep in it, I can't break free. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tingle to the edge again. No, no, no. You wouldn't even phone it in that motor road. I never was a match for you, it's just my luck. And I know I really should have learned the rules. I should have learned the rules. Yeah, should have learned the rules. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Should have learned the rules. Single on the edge again. Should have learned the rules. Should have learned. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Here we go. Whoa.
Man, love that. Should have been the rules. I was trying
Yeah.
to hit that. Right. Yeah, great melody, man. I like that song a lot.
Thank you, mate.
That's a great song, man.
Well, so did the San
Thank
Diego
you.
Music Awards.
Thank you for letting me. Yeah, right.
No, actually, to be fair, I was nominated for Best Pop Song as well, which I didn't win. I just won Best Pop Artist. So, congratulations to the girl who did actually win Best Pop Song, because I listened to her song again today, and it's called Good Feeling, and it's the epitome of a pop song.
Well, that's
So, congratulations to her. Her name's Audrey Callahan, and she did very well. So, well done, Audrey.
well, very, very mature and impressive of you to recognize that and call that out. Good, you know, this guy's a gentleman. You know, he'll. You are good. You're a great person, Johnny. You make me feel good. Thank you for sitting next to
It
me.
hasn't always been that way, Michael.
You know, well, you know, I think our relationship's predicated on just giving each other the voice, which you know, my lead playing can do some work, but I do appreciate that.
Well, you went in cold on a tune you didn't know, didn't you? So,
I
mean,
think
come
that I always go on songs cold that I don't know.
Yeah.
And
The nuances,
the nuances, but
the
you know,
inflections.
but you and I know people that like will hear something right away, and it's like they sound like that's the first time they've ever. It sounds like they've played it for like a year, and it's the first time they've ever played it, and they have just great instincts.
Yeah.
You know, in fact, I'm currently listening to a lot of Pink Floyd Gilmore just to listen to phrasing and to play simple, and just don't even really be concerned with burning so much.
Not at all, mate.
Because like too many notes, it just sounds like you're practicing a scale or something. And you know, it's when you're navigating the guitar, like even going like, and then going to the next octave, that has like a lot more conductive tissue as opposed to like, and you want to just take this long sentence to get there. It just seems like the long sentences are cool, but they have to sound good. They have to be executed in a very aggressive way, where there's like it's.
Well, I went from
just leaving space.
being coming up as a sax player and trying my best to be a jazz musician for many years, and you know, I went from thinking, you know, Coltrane, Brecker, you know, all the 16th note, trying every interval, trying every pattern, trying it, like throughout the solo. That was the way to go. And you know, in recent years, I've been more like, can a non-musician sing along to it after hearing it 2 or 3 times? You know what I mean? And I think that's more of what. That's what I'd rather do now. You know what I mean? I'd rather
be memorable.
Yeah.
So if you could whistle the melody like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's memorable. You know. The next thing is to figure out how to play it on guitar. Is it the G and B string? Is it the D and G? Or just, you know, you can. In fact, what's this? I was learning. I can't play it because we'll get cited. We'll get copyright claims.
Oh right, yeah.
You know, it's funny. Every time we play the intro and the credits, I get copyright claims on that, and I own those songs. So like YouTube doesn't recognize.
That means someone's working for you, though, doesn't it?
It does. Well, I suppose, but YouTube doesn't recognize that Theory Thursday's attached to Fusebox music. Like
okay.
Jason and I write those songs.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyhow, it just drives me crazy. You have to like get in the way. That's going to be part of your job, McNair. You got to call YouTube and be like, hey, by the way, Jason Thomas and MikeRuggirello own the rights to those songs that we use in the intro. So anyhow, enough of that crap. How you guys doing out there? Write in the comments. Let us know what you're drinking. Are you at home drinking chocolate milk? Is it tea? Is it whiskey? Are you? Is everyone healthy out there drinking water? In fact, just let me know. Write in the comments. Stimulate the thread. More importantly, I know you guys maybe are inquisitive about Johnny Tarr and maybe, you know, some other aspects of music. You know, could be right in the question about like, hey man, what looper pedal do you use?
Yeah.
And we'll tell you what it is. You know, maybe they might even want to know, do you coordinate your socks with your underwear? Do you wear underwear? You know, we're going to get to these. We're going to allow us to answer these questions. So
yeah, please do. And I'm hoping to start. Well, what I'm going to do now my album's out is I'm going to concentrate on doing, because I've been looping a long time.
Good segue.
And I think that I've got, you know, things to offer as far as like people who are coming up, starting to loop, starting to write songs, because
I agree. You have a lot to offer in that capacity.
I think I could offer a bit of advice here and there. So I want to do kind of like start using my YouTube channel, which up until now has been for, you know, my live band, my lyric videos, my live videos, whatever, for the band, for my music. I want to start making it about songwriting, song production, and how to construct songs on a loop pedal, because that's really my angle, and that's how I use one. Is I'm really trying to make songs.
Absolutely.
You know, not everyone uses them like that. You know.
From an endorsement standpoint, if you want to have this nice, robust Johnny Tarr looping YouTube channel, and you know, we were talking earlier about endorsements, and you do feel like, yes, you have a relationship with Boss. You do feel endorsed. This is
loosely.
What if you had all 3 versions? And today, Johnny Tarr is going to do a looping lesson on the small RC5.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying go out and spend
That's a
the
good,
money.
yeah, because I mean, I know all of them up until this one. I know them all quite
Precisely.
well, yeah.
And that's where I think, in my opinion, it'll be valuable. If you're going to go out and put content up and do 1 video or 2 videos a week, and you're able to switch out the 3 different models. Now you're doing Boss, a lot of heavy lifting for Boss.
Yeah.
And that's where Boss can wink, and hey, we like Johnny Tarr. In fact, we love Johnny Tarr and MikeRuggirello. God, if we'd never known Johnny Tarr, if we didn't know MikeRuggirello, we're going to hook Johnny up 3 new pedals. And then I guess your responsibility at that point is to, like, you know, you tag them appropriately when you put your content out.
Yeah.
You know, I have friends that do that for a living, and there's such a protocol to that. And when you become valuable and you have an audience, you know, other companies will notice that, especially when you get really aggressive with the hashtags. You know, it's very interesting. Even like tonight, you know, the way to operate a video, whether you're going live, if you're putting out edited content, it's like what's said first and what's in the description.
Yeah.
You know, like, of course,
Right,
the
right.
video is the meat and potatoes. That's where the person gets the lesson. But how is it searched? You know, like, I want to be able to search Johnny Tarr, and, like, that YouTube channel comes up first. But I actually searched the other day. It's the rules, and then there's actually one of your articles about you going on tour with Pink Floyd. It's funny how these bots designate the order of your accolades. So I've been studying that lately because of, you know, the experience that I won. I won a little award earlier, but it doesn't matter. But
Right, yeah. Tell them about your award you won.
Oh, well.
Come on.
I'm blushing now. So apparently, out of 274 places to take guitar lessons here in San Diego, I was voted #1 under distinguishedguitarteaching.com. Thank you very much. Thank you. So 274 places in San. That's a lot of places to. Hey, I want to take guitar lessons, and but thanks for letting me say that on my show.
Absolutely. Well, I know you got to, mate. You got to blow your own trumpet, as it were.
Or or blow your saxophone.
Twang your own strings.
Yes, indeed. But these are important, like, decisions. You know, when you're going to upload, like, it doesn't matter, like, when you do the video. It doesn't matter if it's Tuesday or Sunday. But when are you going to upload it? Is it 3:30 on a Thursday? So that's the continuity, the consistency. That's where you stimulate an algorithm, and an algorithm becomes unique to you.
Yeah.
So that's all. You know, it's a little bit of a boring conversation, but still, if
well, we've got to have these boring conversations, haven't we? You can't just fly by the seat of your pants, and you've got to find these things out.
In fact, why don't you make a loop for us right now?
All right.
You know, show us.
Just like something I haven't thought of before.
This
Yeah.
doesn't have to be our 3rd song, but this is basically a demonstration where we want to watch Johnny in his process.
Right. Yeah. So you'll have to do it all hourly because we don't have the pedal camera right now. But if you can imagine, for those who don't know the larger Boss loop pedals.
You know what? Watch this. I'm going to go in real time. Go to camera 2 for me real quick. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just drop. I'm going to give our audience a view of what's going on here.
Yeah.
So I think that's.
Oh yeah. Oh, and they can see my Kanye Wests now.
They can see your Kanye Wests. So I think
Yeah. Look at
that's
these
cool.
things.
Now we got the looping, the pedal board.
Yeah.
You know, in.
So yeah.
in view.
Okay. Yeah.
And Daniel, switch over to mix on transitions. You see the.
Yeah, we're on mix.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. So here we got 3 loopers in tandem. They each have 2 buttons each. All right.
Very nice.
So I actually start on looper 3, which is the one over here, and I make my beats here. We got record and stop. Record, loop, stop. So this is what we do. Okay, so that's going, yeah?
That's so cool, man.
To stop it, stop, that's stopped. Okay, we're going to get it going again. Up here I got this little drum machine here. Well, it's not a drum machine, it's actually just a wave sampler. And but I've loaded into it a bunch of kick drums from the Lindrum, the original Lindrum, which is what Prince used to use a lot, and the 808, which is the staple of dance music. I'm going to use this Lindrum kick here, make it live.
that sounds so sick.
So that's just my rhythm track. I usually like to put a little bit more flavor into it, so let's try this. I got a couple of claps here. Let's try this one.
That's so sick, dude.
It just authenticates the sound like that, because I can beatbox pretty well, but this just adds another fucking vibe entirely. Ah, so let's try a bass line. So that would be that's my main bass line. And I sometimes like to double my bass line. I'm going to use this little compressor here. Yeah, my mate swears by this little compressor, this tiny little one here. Okay, so that's in E minor. What we might do, obvious but always powerful, take it to the 4 for the B section. Yeah. And I'd usually like be doing this a lot quicker live. I'm just trying to outline it for you. And what I quite like to do, as Mike pointed out earlier, is just stick some little back to the 1. So we got the 2 sections here. And then, if we want to add something else, we could give it all one of these. You know, the possibilities are endless on this. Just take the drums out for a bit of a breakdown. And this is how I write a lot of my songs. Just make a couple of loops, start singing something, you know. She must be suffering from amnesia. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, she must be suffering from amnesia. Whoa, whoa. That ended up a 12-bar blues, didn't it? But that's kind of the basis of how I start a lot of my stuff. I obviously bring in the saxophone to add either horn sections or solos or little backing ostinatos. Yeah, so I mean, this is where I go to kind of feel inspired into like developing new music. Basically, is mainly generally my loop pedal, rather than getting straight onto Logic or Pro Tools or on a guitar or the piano.
Well, very good, man. Very impressive. I love the process there, and I like all the cues from your lights.
Yeah, it's very. That is a good feature of this one actually. The cues, the lighting cues are very
red
obvious.
Is the one.
Red is the one. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and then when this is going round, it'll show you how long the loop is, because not all of these loops are the same length. You can make them different lengths, like on your one. And it'll show you in here, like a clock going round to the end of the loop,
Yeah,
and they'll be dialing at different speeds, so you know when the beginning of each one's coming up, because that's really imperative to know, actually, if you're using lots of different lengths of loops.
And where do you do these performances where it's just you, Johnny?
I play like four or 5 times a week around San Diego.
Why don't you let our audience know? Because
Okay. Well, my next one is tomorrow at a place called Crafted Culture, which is up in like the roundabout Rancho Bernardo area. It's a bar up there.
It's like a restaurant.
Yeah, I do a lot of restaurants and bars and I do a lot of hotels and stuff like this because it pays the rent, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like royalties are not so much of a thing anymore. You know what I mean?
So you as a professional musician, obviously, you know, putting out your own material and spending a lot of time and money on producing it, that's like your ultimate business card. We want to make money off of that. You have Johnny Tarr's Spotify account has over 2 million listens, so he hustles. He puts music out there that is fucking. I often tell people that you're like San Diego's like Michael Jackson, like
all right, yeah.
The type of music, and it's dancey, it's funky. You have excellent musicians in your band. My point is that I'm trying to talk about like maybe two things at the same time. It's very difficult to make a lot of money selling, you know, your merchandise.
It is now.
So it's like, it would be nice if there was like 500 vinyl, you know, 200 hoodies, 200 of every kind of T-shirt that you need, the stickers, you know, it's like, and turn it into a business and have a manager where you're campaigning, and every time you set up shop, you have this nice merch table, and the merch table is like the bread and butter. Yeah,
that I did. I've just started working with a lady called Robin, who has an agency called Rockin' Robin Promotions. Hi, Robin. And yeah, we were just talking about getting the merch straightened out, you know what I mean, getting that properly done, because that's where you can keep yourself rolling along.
Well, we have, Theory Thursday has a new sponsor, Quality T-shirt Designs. They're up in Encinitas. My buddy Till owns the company. He would love to have you as a client.
All right.
And to help out and to give you, you know, you're a professional musician here in town, very talented. You need his help. He wants your business. I can set that up. Like I set once upon a time, set Johnny Tarr up with what, Taylor and Boss. I'm the guy, you know, I'm the guy that you're going to be thanking quite a bit in the next. I'm just kidding, but more importantly, beefing you up, making sure you know. I want to get vinyl myself, like with my band. You know, it's kind of cool, like do a single and do a split with somebody. Yeah. You know, that you can.
Vinyl's bloody expensive to get done if you want to get one or two done, though.
But you know, the other part of the question is when you're out there during the week and you're booking gigs, you know, you're out there, you're an artist, you have a lot of covers that you do, and Johnny will perform his original music like this, and he will do all these extravagant versions of like 60s, 70s and 80s and 90s pop. Right?
Yeah, it's there's the odd sector. I do quite a lot of like Motown stuff, so there are some 60s things happening.
So okay, good, very good. But that's your bread and butter.
Yeah, my bread. That's for sure my bread and butter.
And you are your own manager. You're the one booking all these gigs.
Yeah.
And you recently did a music box gig, and I love that you're so good to your friend Monette.
Oh yeah.
Monette Marino.
Monette Marino.
And
the real deal.
I've never met her. I've seen her perform with you before. And obviously you guys have a great chemistry on stage. She knows and loves your music, but you guys rep each other really, really good.
She's family. She's family. Monette is.
That's cool. Yeah. And aside from the solo gigs that you're doing, the 4 or 5 that you're doing a week, when you book yourself, I'm third personing you, when you book yourself, and you have like you have like a quintet, and then you also have like an 8-piece band too.
Yeah, the main band at the moment, the last few times we've played, has been an 8-piece, because I've really tried to get those live backing vocals in. I was using a harmonizer a lot of the time, but it just doesn't. And I'm friends with this married couples, Josh Taylor and Sandy King, and they do a lot of backing vocals around town. And like to find people who you don't have to like struggle to get them to sing, they just know exactly what to sing straight away, and it's the difference between your band sounding good and your band sounding great, having good backing vocals.
So, and that's like a barbershop quartet idea, where if you're singing the 1, he sings the 3 and she sings the 5 or something like that.
Yeah, but we kind of look at it like, if I've got the melody, he'll pick the next one above, and she'll pick the one above that.
That's
so whether it's the 5th or the so.
Which is interesting, because you would think like a woman would choose the 3. But I don't know. You know, women have.
It depends what I mean,
strengths.
because because I sing real high, so me and Sandy have got similar ranges, and Josh will often sing below. So
Oh, like a lower fifth.
yeah,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that sounds
yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Oh, so that's kind of nice
Yeah.
too. It's yeah, see, that's how we do it here. That's how Johnny Tarr does it. But I'm making some adjustments over here. I'm queuing up my station over here to. Okay. So we're at the tail end of our episode. This is where I get to do Mr. Jason Thomas's job. Thank you, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, Kurt Megan Strings, John Muzio Drums, and Quality T-shirts, Quality T-shirt Designs. These are our 4 running sponsors right now. Run and Lean, Run and Mean, Flippin' Johnny Tarr is here. Johnny, you're always so loyal, and you're such a good friend. I consider you a good friend.
I consider you a good friend, Mike.
That's very nice. I'm very honored. It's always so nice to sit in here and guess over your songs.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, Mike, stop playing.
They're not
that
hard.
six."
They're not hard though. My songs are they?
No,
Let's
they're
be
not.
honest. It's not like with any Steely Dan happening or anything, is it?
Well, you know, I mean, it is possible to improvise certain strange scales over your music.
Mhm.
I won't do that because I sound strange enough just playing the natural minor. But let's remind the audience about how good I am on this next number. So
All right.
So
What do you tell me? What do you want to do? You tell me. You tell me. Like what key do you want it in? What changes do you want? What do you want? What do you want here? What are we talking about?
I'm actually feeling a little frisky. I think I just want to be adaptable. I just want to follow your lead, Johnny. But
All right, I'll go
we
on for you.
got one more thing before Johnny takes off. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe. Go to the Patreon channel. Mr. Daniel McNair is our new engineer. He's helping out. He's
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you so much, Daniel. Taking all the weight off of me. All I get to do is just sit and chill and talk to the artist and play guitar, my specialty, right? We are going to change the world, and it has to do with your viewership. So I love you. We'll see you next week. Next week is with Greg Vaughn, episode 166. Johnny Tarr,
Yeah.
thank you again for being here.
My pleasure.
Everyone knows what he's doing. You did the announcement about your gigs. We're good?
Yeah, I'm doing a couple of gigs over the weekend. I'm doing like Crafty Culture 6 to 9 tomorrow, and then I think I'm doing Barefoot Bar at Paradise Point Resort on Saturday from 6
That's
till
a
9.
fun gig. Did they change the stage, or does the stage still go over the koi pond?
Still goes over the koi pond and is still covered in seagull crap.
Oh, it's terrible.
It's horrible,
I used to love. Jason and I used to play like 3-4 hour gigs there, and I would
Yeah.
always go off into some solo that I had to like play a solo for like 16 or 32 bars, and every time I did that, I would always stare at the koi fish.
Yeah,
I always love that. It's so tranquil.
it's pretty tranquil. Yeah, to be fair, it is. I mean, San Diego's pretty tranquil on the whole, in my opinion, especially down there by the bay and the marina and all the water.
Well, you heard it first and last here on Theory Thursday. I'm your host, MikeRuggirello. Mr. Daniel McNair is the engineer making us fly the ship over the seas and the world and the land of ether. Why did I do that? Why do I do that, Johnny? Take us away.
All right. You know I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of all the mangled memories in my mind. I knew that you would find it, I believe it, how high I was. But now so many things are redefined. It's time to go and leave those petty crimes behind. I'm too busy remodeling this life of mine to rebel with the cause. Hit it.
We build a rep, and that's without all that other crap that's hand in hand. We're trying to build yourself a normal life. I got a full-time horn section in my head. I'm more than one side. Wish I was dead, and some other times I put myself to the knife. Day after day, you let me say, oh, in this city, they're trying to break me down slowly. Where to fit it? In this city, they're trying to break me down slowly. Where to fit it? In this city. Hit it hard. And now I told you my work is done. Gonna stop digging deep, out and have some fun. Me and my buddy Mike will get out of hand. Cause I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of all the mango berries in my mind. I do that you about it, I believe how high I am. Day after day, I'm moving away. Oh, in this city, they're trying to break me down slowly. Where to fit it? In this city, they're trying to break me down slowly. Where to fit it? In this city, huh? This city. In this city, in this city, this city, in this city, in this city, come on and play that thing. This city, come on and play that thing. This city, in this city, come on and play that thing. This city. Come on and play that thing. This city, in this city, come on and play that thing. This city, come on and play that thing. This city, in this city, come on and play that thing. This city, come on and play that thing. This city, in this city, come on. You know I'm sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of all the mango memories in my mind. I do the truth about it, I believe it, how high I am. But now so many things are redefined. It's time to go and leave the petty crimes behind. I'm too busy be rattled in this life of mine. A rebel with a cause. In this city, they're trying to break me